Hi everyone, welcome to today's Pick-a-Pile. Today we're gonna be looking at, do they want to come back? Right now this is framed sort of towards people who are in connections with maybe an ex or somebody who has left your life for X, Y, or Z reason. But if you're new to the channel, I do Thomas readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Pick-a-Pile questions on Sundays. Also, if you have any ideas on a video that you'd like to see in the form of a Pick-a-Pile video, I would love to hear them in the comments below. But without any further ado, pile number 1 is the Tattoo Tarot, pile number 2 is the Tarot de Marseille, and pile number 3 is the Crystal Visions Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time to pick a pile, and then we can get started on pile number 1. All right, so we're getting started on pile number 1. I would like to say that if you haven't picked a pile yet, please go back and look at the piles again, or maybe even pause. Do whatever you need to do to choose whatever pile that you want. I should mention that I'm fighting off a cold, so I apologize in advance if I cough or sneeze or anything of the sort. But we're just going to try to draw you guys some 6 cards, and then we can get started on the reading. So let's just try to, there it is. Alright, so before I get started on the reading, I do want to say that if you enjoy this, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands isn't too terribly of a surprising energy to see, because whenever you're in some kind of a connection where there's separation, usually when there is that time of separation, we know that we need to work on things, right? And during that separation is usually when a lot of this healing happens, especially for twin flame connections. But you can see a lot of the same healing dynamic in other soulmate relationships as well. So I don't think it's a coincidence that you guys are going to do a lot of healing while you're separated. So right now, I am getting it's very interesting because I'm getting a strong yes that they want to come back. I am getting a strong that they don't want to come back right now, because I see the Three of Cups here, and the Three of Cups is the reunion card, but it's in reverse. So I don't think a reunion is going to take place right now, or perhaps a reunion was going to take place and at the last minute it just kind of fizzles out and you don't go through with it. However, you have the Nine of Cups and you have the Ten of Cups, which both lead me to believe that they want to come back, because the Nine of Cups is wanting wish fulfillment. And the Nine of Cups is often used as an indicator of yes in readings where you have those yes or no questions. But because you have this Two of Wands here, I feel like this person just hasn't taken the time to really plan out what they're going to say or how they're going to come back. I feel like this person has probably hurt you in some kind of way. So in order to come back, they need to apologize in some kind of a way. I apologize, pile number 1. But like I was saying, they need to do something. And they want to do something big, I'm getting. I feel like for most of you don't care. But in this person's mind, they want to do something big in order to come back. And they haven't gone around to like making this big, masterful magnum opus yet. And I feel like that's kind of the issue here. And I see the Ten of Wands and I see the Three of Pentacles. Sorry, the Three of Cups in reverse, right? So the Ten of Wands, okay, I also want to mention that you have all cups and all wands, which are all passion and love. So I sense a huge sort of like attraction between you guys. Right, but with the Ten of Wands, I feel like they feel like it's all on them to come up with this big, huge, grandiose entrance. And that's why this reunion isn't taking place. But with this 10 of Cups and this 5 of Cups, there's this really strong dichotomy here. The 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment, right? I apologize. But this is emotional fulfillment, which leads me to believe that when they're with you, they feel that way. They want to feel that with you. But you have the 5 of Cups, which is disappointment and despair. So I feel like at the same time, even though they want to have this with you, they're afraid of what this possible outcome might be. So there is that dichotomy of, I want to have this love with them, but it almost feels like they're afraid that they might come back and you might not take them back. And I feel like that's the gist of your reading. But before I sort of move on to pile number 2, I do want to bring up the fact that you have the 9 and the 9 and the 10 and the 10 are both the suits that you have. So not only do I feel a lot of strong passion and love here because of the suits that happen to pop up, but I also see that progression. And both the 10s are completion and both the 9s are going into the 10. So I feel like you guys are going to see a lot of progression. Even though the Cups might not reunite right now, it feels like there's a lot of progression. It feels like you guys are going to see a lot of movement. Perhaps not in the way that you would want, but it almost feels like, you want step number 10, and then you see steps number 3 and 4 happening, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that needed to be done, but it's good that it's getting done. But that's the gist of your pile. That was your pile for this, or rather, that was your reading for this pile. You guys are more than welcome to go back and choose another pile if you want, but please leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed. And with that, I'm moving on to pile number 2, but I would also love to see any kind of suggestions that you guys have for another pick a pile video in the future. All right, so this is pile number 2, and we already have a card that came out. So I just want to give you guys a heads up, because I didn't mention it in the overhead, is that I am sort of fighting off a cold. So I apologize in advance if I cough or sneeze or anything like that. But I do want to get you guys 6 cards for this reading. Okay, we'll take this extra one. But before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that if you enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Tower card, which, you know, is a double-edged sword. The Tower card comes when we have something that's rotten in our foundation that we really need to change, right? This comes when there's something faulty that we need to work on. Because the story of the Tower card is that there's a tower that gets knocked down from a stroke of lightning, and it crumbles down because it wasn't built to withstand that kind of a thing. I apologize. But I feel like this relationship was kind of like that. This relationship was probably built on a lot of passion, which is great. But, you know, you can't build a relationship entirely on passion. You need to have a lot of that stability, which I don't think this person had. I see the Page of Cups here, and I also see the Queen of Wands, right? Yes, the Queen of Wands. So I'm seeing this energy of this person who is very passionate, very fiery and outspoken, but perhaps not the most stable, right? Maybe their finances were up in the air. Maybe they weren't really looking to settle down or do anything serious long-term or whatever, right? And that all depends on what your intentions are. But I feel like there wasn't a lot of this serious nature. This person was probably all laughs, all jokes. And I feel like you guys were looking for something a little bit more serious because you have the Judgment and you have the World right next to each other. So it feels like there's a strong want of like having that serious, all-encompassing kind of emotional energy in this relationship that I just don't think you were kind of getting. I feel like everything was kind of put on you, and you have the Ten of Wands and the Judgment here. And it's very interesting because I feel like they feel the same way. I feel like they... Also, I do want to mention that you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, whereas the first pile got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So I'm seeing a lot of 10 energy for you guys. And 10 is completion, right? So completion to me means that you might be seeing that this person comes in sooner rather than later. Even though the Page of Pentacles here is the slowest moving page. I feel like that's a little bit offset by the fact that you have the Queen of Wands. But I feel like there's a severe worry that this person has, that they're going to try to come back in, but you're going to hard judge them and you're going to say, no, you don't deserve to be back in my life, leave, or anything of the sort. So they feel like it's all on them with this Ten of Wands. It's all their responsibility to do everything and have everything be right. But I don't feel like it's that big of a deal for you. I just feel like you need a basic apology, you know, some common sense apology, some like human decency, right? I just feel like this person did you wrong and you just want, you know, like an apology, like a very reasonable expectation of what you would expect after the Ten of Swords. Because the Ten of Swords is a betrayal. It's pain, heartbreak, devastation, right? So I feel like there is sort of some history here where there needs to be an apology, but I feel like this person wants to come forth with money. And to you, like, money isn't even, like, on your mind. I feel like that would be more like an insult to you at this point. Like, you don't need to take anyone's money. Like, I feel like there's a lot of this, like, and I'm almost feeling like, from their point of view, like, I'm feeling that sort of, like, sweaty, nervous energy, like, oh man, did I just, like, mess up? That's, like, the kind of feeling that I'm feeling right now, and I feel like it's certainly how they feel, because all they want is this passion back. And with this World card, like, I feel like you want so much more than just the passion. You want the passion, the love, the stability. You want everything. But if this is going to come back, I feel like it's on your terms. And I feel like with this Tower card, there's a lot of things that need to change, and they need to change fast if this is going to be a thing. And I feel like you're really putting yourself in... Okay, so the expression that came to my mind was putting yourself in your place, but not in, like, a negative way, because putting someone in their place is usually, like, a negative thing. Like, you sort of condescend to that person. But this is you elevating yourself. This is you treating yourself as a queen, the Queen of Wands, right? Even though I feel like this sort of describes the other person in the sense that they're passionate and they care about passion, I feel like you're putting yourself, like, on your own pedestal, like, where you deserve to be and where you belong. Because the Queen of Wands is very motivated, driven, passionate, smart, go-getter, doer, right? Like, all those things are you. And you're really putting out on show, and you're not settling for less. And I think that that's fantastic energy. Unfortunately, with that energy comes the Tower card, and you're going to have to deal with a little bit of that pain. But I feel like in the end, you're okay with that, because you know that you're going to rebuild it in a way that's far more stable. But does this person want to come back? Yes. With this ace and with, you know, like this strong, heavy major arcana energy, they want to come back, but they feel like they have all these barriers in their head that aren't even, like, things that you really care about. What they really need to do is come forth and give you an honest, genuine apology. But that was your reading for this pile number 2. You guys are more than welcome to go back and choose another pile if you want, but please leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed the pile. But I'm moving on to the next pile. And I wish you guys the best of luck. And this is pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. So, first of all, I do want to mention that there's a lot of new beginning energy here. There's the Ace of Pentacles and there's the Ace of Cups, which are two like phenomenal energies. I feel like you guys are like, do they want to come back? Yes, for sure. I think that, oh, I didn't even see the Fool card right in the middle. Like, that's such a strong beginning of new energy. You have 2 aces and the Fool. Okay, like I was saying, this person certainly wants to come back. I got so caught up in all this, I forgot to say, like, if you like the reading, please leave a like or a comment so I know. But, like, with this Ace of Pentacles, I like, this person is, wow. This person doesn't know what to say. They're really just, like, I feel like this person's really suave and cool in their mind, and they've like played out how you guys are gonna run into each other and like what they're gonna say or whatever. But I feel like this person's gonna see you and immediately get tongue-tied and not know what to say and not know what to do. So this person's a bit of a dork, but they certainly want a stable, long-lasting thing here because they have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about stability. It's all about that material comfort and the 3D like experience. So this person wants something that's going to be long lasting. Like, you can even see from these trees, like, you can't, knock down that pentacle very easily. It's not like something that's drawn in the sand that can be instantly blown away. This is something that's stable and that's hard. And, like, that's the name of the game here. They want something that's long-lasting. And I feel like a lot of them are even embarrassed to admit that, and that's why they haven't come forward. But I feel like the separation, they're not too fond of it. They're not too fond of the separation. It's all very strange because I see all this new beginning energy, but I don't exactly see a reason for the separation at all. I feel like perhaps this separation has been on for so long, it feels like they've just forgotten all about it. Like, maybe there was like a fight or a discussion or something, but it's like so far in the past that it's not even showing up here as current energy. But this person is King of Cups energy, right? This person is very in touch with their emotions, very caring, very warm, very loving, very romantic too. This person really wants to romance you. This is like someone who wants to bring you flowers and, do all the dorky stuff. I feel like this person really likes that kind of a vibe. The, like, romance, the candlelit dinners, the nights on the beach, like, all that kind of stuff. And there is a lot of, like, that watery symbolism here. In the Justice card, there's that little water. Here in Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, like, there's a lot of water going on, and with the Fool as well. But the Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love, and that could not be any more straightforward. They want to come back, they want a new beginning, and they want there to be love. And I feel like in the past, maybe even now, to be honest, they were very closed off emotionally. I feel like this person wasn't really too kind or too keen on giving out, like, emotional information about themselves, and that's why we have the Six of Pentacles. Because the Six of Pentacles is sort of this direct foil to the Four of Pentacles. Whereas the Four of Pentacles talks about being selfish with your resources and not giving things out, the Six of Pentacles is generosity. Six of Pentacles is giving, right? So I feel like this person wants to be emotionally giving because we have this emotion, and then, well, even though this isn't emotional so much as, like, stable, like, there's that wanting of, or the want to give stability as well. I'm really getting, like, they want to have, like, a schedule with you. I feel like that sounds a little weird, but, like, they want to have, like, wing night or something where you guys go out for wings or whatever, or, like, just, like, sit in on Wednesdays and watch TV, something like that. They want to have, like, a routine with you. But they want to spend money with you, and they want to pamper you because they have the Six of Pentacles. And even if it's not actual money or, like, physical stability, they want to give you that sort of emotional stability. They want to tell you, like, hey, I will always be here no matter what, through thick and thin. Like, this person wants to be generous in that regard. And with this Fool card, like, they cannot want a more powerful beginning. Like, this is them. I want to say the word begging for a new beginning, but it's not like, because begging has that connotation of like the negative, like on your knees or whatever. Like, this person wants the new beginning and they want it really bad. They're very excited for it and they want it to happen. But it's not like coming from a place of desperateness, of like low vibrational want, like fear or anxiety or anything like that. It's very much like just genuine, they want the connection with you. And with the Sun card, like, the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. Like, do I even need to say any more? Like, they're so happy with you, the happiness that they find with you. Like this is something that will transcend this lifetime. Like, you guys have probably known each other for multiple lifetimes, and maybe even if you're meeting for the first time and you were just like called to watch this video, it's like they want to reunite with you in the context of several lifetimes. And with the Justice card, like, the Justice card is the card of Libra. I don't think that's gonna resonate for a whole lot of you, but for those of you who it does, like, just take that to be extra confirmation. But for a lot of you, I feel like this person just wants an equal kind of relationship with you. They want to have that balance. They want it to be 50-50. They want you to feel just as much engaged in the relationship as they are, which I feel like is a lot. I apologize, but for sure this person really wants to be with you. But that was your pile, or rather, that was your reading for this pile number 3. You guys are more than welcome to go back and choose another pile if you want, but please leave any ideas for other pick a pile readings in the comments. But other than leaving a like or a comment, I sincerely hope that you guys have a good time, and I hope I see you guys next time for next reading.